What's up, you guys? This is Vac Attack channel. This is my sort of redone, rebranded channel, because I had two channels. One was like another whole different thing, so I just decided to create a new one, same name and everything, but this is just kind of a new start. But yeah, this is my new channel, so make sure to, if some of y'all see this and you know it's me, then make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And even for new people, also make sure to do that. But anyways, today we're going to be doing a review on the Bissell Cleanview Special Edition. Yes, I did do this on my old channel, but I couldn't find that video anywhere, so I just decided, oh, I'll just do another one, and kind of an updated one anyway, with more info. So, this thing I got a while ago. It was back in like, fuck, I don't even remember when. I'm so sorry for cussing, but I got this thing a while ago in like, I want to say March or April maybe even sooner. I don't remember when exactly, but yeah, I got this on the marketplace for about 50 bucks, which yes, that's a lot for an older Bissell, but I don't really care because this thing is nice. I love this thing very much. It does have some cosmetic problems, but what can I really say? It's still a good machine nevertheless, so I really enjoy using it, and I hope to keep it as long as possible. Anyways, let's get started. So yeah, as obviously this is a special edition, so it has this nice red color, which I really like on this machine. You got your easy empty dirt container, as well as your sticker up here. This does have the same handle as the Power Force bagged units and like the power glides and everything, because that's just how all the Cleanviews were. You got your whole cyclone assembly and everything, which this has a different filter setup than the Power Forces and the Cleanview 2s. Your pre-motor filter is right here, which mine's a little dirty, but what can you really say? Then to pull this out, you just move this lever over here, pull it out. I cleaned mine recently, so it looks very clean right now. And then you have another filter up here, which this one may be a little bit too long, but I don't really care. That's just how it is. Whatever. But yeah, that goes in there. And then you have a HEPA filter. Well, this one came with a pre-motor filter, a standard one, but I put a HEPA filter in it because I just think it's better for this machine overall. It does improve filtration a little bit, even though filtration on these old Bissells are just god-awful in general, so it doesn't matter too much, but it does help a little bit. Anyways, that filter goes in there. This dirt cup goes here, obviously. You do have your Bissell logo. Sorry if it's a little dusty. This one does have a 12 amp motor, as it advertises right here. Maximum power 12 amps. Sounds about right. Let's see. You have your dual edge cleaning. You have 7 height adjustments, unlike the Power Forces, which have 5. So you have bare floor, low carpet, medium low, medium. These two are kind of medium high, and then this one's high pile carpet. So you have 7 different height adjustments, and you want to make sure that you're you want to make sure you're adjusting this accordingly to your actual carpet. You do not want to be running this on like bare floor thinking, oh, it's going to clean your carpets better. Don't do that, because what you're going to end up doing is you're going to end up burning out your belt a lot easier. It's really hard on your brush roll, and it could damage your carpets. So don't do that. And on top of that, it'll make your machine a hell of a lot harder to push. So if people say, oh, put it on bare floor or whatever and it'll clean better, don't do that. You want to make sure that you're using the correct height adjustment, or at least close to the correct. It's a little more confusing on this machine since it is, it does have 7 instead of only 5, but what can you really do? Moving on to the side, I did already show the filter. This one does have a rocker switch, unlike the Power Forces, so it's self-explanatory. That's on, that's off. This one is flip-flopped. I don't know why. On Some other machines, obviously up would be on and that would be off, but on this machine, it's flip-flopped. Not really a big deal, but you know, it is what it is. You do have your foot release right here, which on this particular machine, it's pretty good. Oh, it's thundering outside. On this machine, it's good, thankfully. And another thing about the pedal release, which most older Bissells have, is you press that once and it gets pretty low, but then it does that. You can actually press it a second time, if it wants to. There we go. And now, as you can see, it lies flat. Although with this particular machine, since the bins stick out more, it's not as useful as if you were to have like a bagged power force or something like that, or a power glide, because I'll even show you. You can see it'll go underneath, but then it kind of gets stuck. Actually, no, not in this case, but you can see like how it's a lot higher than like a bagged. So if you are going to use this while being flat, do be careful. Do keep that in mind. This does have a stretch hose. This does swivel, so if you need to, like, you know, adjust the hose or whatever, you can. The hose clip on this is kind of broken. I have yet to find a replacement, like, handle, but it's not too much of a concern right now because this vacuum, I mean, the closed hip, the hose clip still works perfectly fine. So I'm not too worried about that for now. I'll worry about it later. You do have your extension one and crevice tool right here. This one has a shorter crevice tool for some reason. I don't know if this came standard or maybe this is just a newer one. But I want to assume this is a standard one. It's shorter, but the crevice tool, this one is nice because this one does have the suction release or relieve whatever holes. And then this one does have the nice notch. So that is nice. While we're in the back, I'll show the sticker. As y'all know, this is a special edition. This is model, God, will that focus? Model 3575-8. I don't know why it shifted like that, but my God, focus! Sorry about that. 120 volts, 60 hertz, 12 amps. And you can see that this one was made in 2004. So, yeah. This is not an early Cleanview, I don't think. This is a later one, but because I think the first ones were made in 2002, so do correct me if I'm wrong. I believe this does have a 30-foot power cord. Again, I don't know that for sure, but I'm pretty sure it's a 30 feet because it's pretty long, but it's not like too short, so I believe it's 30 feet. If it's 25, please do let me know, but I want to say it's a 30-foot. Definitely not a 35-foot. Probably like 30. This one does have the wand, obviously, like as I did show. Nice and long. Most of the newer Bissells don't even have this wand anymore. It's just a little cuff. If you know, you know. But pretty much it's just not that great in my opinion because it just feels... It's just not that good to use because you don't have as much leverage. Although one nice thing I will mention is that this sometimes can be a little bit harder to control if you don't know what you're doing because it is longer, so you have to kind of know what you're doing. But yeah, that's the stretch hose. Let me show the bottom plate. This one I did put an LED bulb in, as you could see, because it's a lot brighter than the original one was. But yeah, I will be re-uploading some of my old videos on this channel though, so don't worry about that. Sorry if it's a little dark in here, but oh, there we go. Anyway, there's the brush roll, which God, I don't know why that won't focus. But anyway, there's your brush roll, which this one's pretty good. I may need to replace the belt on this sometime soon. Then your height adjustment wheels, which on this machine, they're good. everything on this machine's good. I remember I cleaned it out a while ago. I may have to clean it out again soon, but for now I'm not too worried about it. Wheels are good and everything, not necessarily squeaky. Replacing the belts or, you know, doing maintenance on your brush roll and everything is easy. You just remove these 4 screws, take this off, and then, yeah, it's real straightforward. That's one thing really nice about these Bissells is that they're very, you know, easy to work on. It's not rocket science. Like, it is time consuming, but all it is some screws, and then eventually you can get down all the way to the motor. So these things are very easy to work on for the most part. So that is one thing I absolutely love about these Bissells. I'm taking that out. Another thing I did forget to mention, you do have your stair handle back here. So if you pick it up by this, then you can, you know, carry this upstairs and stuff. You could carry it by the handle, but it's better to carry it by here. And then there's this knob. If you twist it, I believe it's counterclockwise. Yep. What you can actually do is then you could take this whole thing out. Then you could take this out using these 2 screws, and then you can actually clean out this whole thing. So it's a lot easier than your power forces, because you would have to like to undo a screw and pry it out. This one, you just turn a knob and it comes right out. There are some cracks on this model right here. It's kind of hard to see, but oh, there, you can see it there. I don't know what's up with the cracks, but it's not too much of a deal because at least the machine is still usable, so I'm not too much worried about it. And now you could just, if you twist that back clockwise, it locks into place. So now you can see it's in place. This one doesn't have the pre-motor filter right here because that's just not how it's set up. Filtration on these first-gen Cleanviews are probably the absolute worst out of all the old Bissells. Probably the best filtering old school Bissell is probably going to be any Helix models, because they are, while they're still not good, they're at least better, a little bit better than like these and like the old Power Force Baglesses. Although I will say the Power Forces, I do like the filter setup more, because even though the filters are a little bit harder to clean out, they don't get as dirty as quickly, from my understanding. So that is nice. But yeah, this machine overall is really nice. I've always enjoyed using it. It's not hard to use, and I think it makes a really good addition to my collection. So I am happy to have this overall, and I am happy that this thing works as well as it does, and I'm glad and I'm grateful to you know, have something like this. I'm sorry. I'm just happy to have this machine. That's all. I got really lucky. It is missing the dusting brush, which I haven't found one yet, but I'm not too worried about it because I have like 2 different combination tools for my other Power Forces. So if I really wanted a brush, I just use those. Although I don't find myself using the attachments all that much anyway, but they are nice to have. So yeah, that's the pretty much the review. This one's a lot shorter than my old one because I don't really know how to talk about this machine all that well. But yeah, so I guess I can run it now because I have nothing else to do. I will show the headlight on this one. You'll see like how it's bright. I don't have my old bulb, so I can't really compare it. I could probably, I will re-upload one of my old videos that does have the old bulb, so you will see it. But yeah, you can see this room's pretty dark. The light's there, but it's pretty dark. Let me just turn it on and show how bright this bulb is. Yeah, that's pretty bright. The motor does sound pretty healthy, as you can imagine, which is really kind of surprising. Although this Cleanview was never all that dirty to begin with. There was dust on the motor, but I was able to get that out. I may take the motor apart and clean out the fan as much as possible. But for now I'm not too worried about it because the motor sounds fine to me. It's healthy, so not too worried about it. All right, well, I know y'all want to see this thing running, so I guess I can run it now. No, actually, I'll re-upload a video, an older video. Well, it's not an older. I'll re-upload a video I do have of this thing running. It's a pretty modern video, or at least I should have it. So yeah. Well, there's your review on the Cleanview Bagless, and I will be uploading this thing running after I upload this video, so stay tuned for that. But anyways, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace.